What's up guys, Kaiju here again with another video, and in this video I'll be talking about the Lethal Gaming Gear Venus. This the Hayate Otsu clone and my personal favorite among us. I can't believe I made that joke again. This is my personal favorite among the Lethal Gaming Gear mouse pads. Okay, so let's go with the physicalities of the pad. This is like with other Lethal Gaming Gear pads, 490 by 410 and 4 millimeters thick. So it's a bit shorter than the Artisan. It's same length, but it's shorter in height. You know, it's 1 centimeter, man. But yeah, and so it's 4 millimeters thick. So even though it's the same thickness as the Artisan pads, this thing feels thicker for some reason. It feels firmer than the Hayate Otsu, and yeah, but I'll get to that later. I'll make a more kind of like a closer like comparison later. So this pad, okay, I'll talk about the physicalities of the pad first. So standard rubber backing, OEM rubber backing, not bad, but again not Artisan level. But hey, man, this is half the cost of an Artisan pad, and yeah, it doesn't actually move that much. You know, I'm going like this, it barely moves. You know, my desk is actually the one that's moving. It will move only like if you kind of pick it up or you push like that. Never happened in game, whether I use high, low, medium sense, whether I play Valorant, Apex, Kovacs, or AimLab. So this pad feels really premium. This is one of the most premium $30 or $40 pad that I have, and probably one of the most premium that you can buy. Like I think like Lethal Gaming is just killing it with these pads. This definitely feels, it looks way more premium than the Saturn in my opinion. Like the Saturn felt budgety. Like it felt, you know, maybe less than $30. But this thing, is even worth $35 in my opinion. Like in just terms of feel, aesthetics, and yeah, just feeling it, you know, just vibing it. It feels like $35, man. Like it feels pretty damn premium. It also feels like the most unique among the three. Anyway, I'm gonna make a comparison video, so I should stop talking about comparing them now. So yeah, the stitching, yeah, but I'll go with the stitching. The stitching is really good. It's better than the Saturn. I don't know why, like the Saturn is kind of plagued with QC. So this pad like lays down flat right away. There's no waviness. There's no lines like curve. Hey, you can see a pattern, but there's no that folds, I should say. The stitching is actually almost flush to the pad, especially down here. It's almost flat to the surface, but here on the sides, up here and here, it's a bit raised, but I never had a problem bumping into it when I'm using my mouse. So I don't think, yeah, it's definitely better than most stitching at this price point as well. So really good stitching, pretty good rubber backing, and pretty premium feeling overall. This thing just feels really, really quality. Like I'm blown away by how quality this feels at this price point. Like the Lethal pads are probably the most premium feeling pad you can buy at this price point. So yeah, what else? The surface is weird because it feels rough but smooth at the same time. You know, yeah, it feels rough but smooth at the same time. I don't know how to say it, but it's definitely not smooth. Okay, it's there are bumps on it. Like I feel if you have very sensitive skin, you may get annoyed, but you know, I don't mind it. Yeah, if I'm using my hand like this, I can pick up the roughness on my palm. But if I'm really trying to like go like that, but if I'm going like this, it doesn't feel that rough. Or if I'm just swiping around, it's weird. It's a weird surface, you know, just like how weird the Hayate Otsu is. And I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but if you can see the slight fish bony pattern, I'm not sure, but yeah, even the fish bony pattern, the zigzag squiggly pattern that they also had is kind of here, but this doesn't look as prominent, and they're kind of like smaller. The Hayate Otsu zigzags were like big, and this one's like smaller, like that, and kind of more tightly knit together. Um, I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much the physicalities of the pad. It's like flawless. I can't complain anything. Like the stitching feels really good, no fraying. It's nice. I don't know. It's just a really premium feeling pad for like $30 to $40. Depending on shipping. So okay, onto the function of the pad. So this pad is like the mid pad. They call it as hybrid speed, but I guess so. It's not the fastest pad. Um, like with other LGG pads, it definitely feels faster on small mouse feet and a lighter mouse compared to like having a more kind of medium weight, bigger mouse, or like heavier mouse and big feet. Like these are tiger eyes, and I still feel some heaviness on it. And that heaviness probably comes from because of its squishiness. It's weird again because if I'm squishing it, it doesn't feel squishy. It feels pretty damn firm. But if I'm using a mouse, I can feel the mouse feet and the mouse kind of sinking on it. So it gives that, it feels more. It kind of like leans more to a sort of fast control pad with a mouse like this. Like this is 75 grams, and then these are like big feet. I'm actually surprised because I'm really starting to main this for Valorant. If I'm using this mouse, if I'm using a lighter mouse, it's a bit too flat, like low friction. But anyways, yeah, it does change depending on the design of the mouse feet and the weight of the mouse. So if you're using, I'd say like a medium weight mouse, it kind of leans towards control because of, even if I'm not pressing down on it, right? I can feel that heaviness. I don't know what it is, man. Like even Hardware Unplugged said it in the review. Like was it Carlos who said it? Like there were some. There's an added heaviness to it. It's not a mud pad, okay? I'm just saying it feels like it's weird again because it feels fast, but at the same time it feels like some squishy and heavy-ish. Like your sleep, it's like your mouse wants to like sleep in bed. Like you wake up in the morning and you just want to stay there, and it feels so comfy, and your bed feels extra squishy and cozy. That's kind of how it feels. Like the mouse wants to sleep, like it wants to like sink in and just relax and chill. So I don't know if you can pick up what I'm trying to say, but that's kind of how it feels for me, and I like it actually. This is my favorite LGG pad. So yeah, the overall static friction is low. Like initial friction is also low, but it has enough stopping power. And the dynamic friction is also pretty low, but it's not like uncontrollably fast. It's not like a Hien, and it's slower than the Hayate Otsu, noticeably slower than the Hayate Otsu. Like I don't even need a side-by-side comparison to say that this is slower than the Hayate Otsu. Even with a light mouse, it feels slower than the Hayate Otsu. I think again it's because of that added plushiness or squishiness that like, yeah, something like that. So this pad I think is really good for people that play tag FPS but want something faster but not super out of control, or people that play like fast-paced games like Apex or Call of Duty. When you need tracking but at the same time you also have times when you're gonna flick. It's a really good balanced pad. Like it definitely leans towards a speed, the speedy side. So, but it's not out of control. I don't know. It's just a really good pad. I really like it. Like if you don't know which pad to get among the three, then you should get this pad. So I don't know what else to say. It's really like, yeah, I don't know what to say. So it has low, even with a heavy mouse, it has low static friction, but you can definitely feel what do you call this? Like you can feel the friction, the dynamic friction and the static friction over there. And yeah, you feel it more than the Mercury. Okay, I'll just, watch my like comparison video. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's a good balanced pad that you can pretty much use for any game. Like it, most people who come from like your standard like office mouse pad or like your QCKs or GSRs, you'll probably find this fast, definitely. But if you've been using an Axle Control Plus and you want like to upgrade, I think this is a really good upgrade. On the light mouse, the difference is not that big, but on a mouse like this, there is that added control and heaviness to it. So yeah, if the Hayate Otsu is too fast for you, then you can get this. Honestly, in terms of quality, yeah, it's not that far, man. That's how wow it is. I guess like Artisan will just in the surface, okay, it's just pretty much like wow, it rivals Artisan. Like Artisan will only win because of how stickier the surface is and how better the stitching is. But other than that, the actual feeling and the quality of the pad is just so good. So yeah, pretty much it. It's hard to describe this pad, just like how I had a hard time describing the Hayate Otsu. So it really pays homage to the Hayate Otsu, like more than the Saturn pays homage to the Zero, in my opinion. And yeah, if you play target switching pad, definitely this like a really good target switching pad. Overall pad is really good. You can use it for target switching, click timing, and tracking. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for all your support. You can get this in Lethal Gaming, like internationally, and people here in the Philippines, you can buy this from Hobby Dynamics and Gosu Gaming Gears. I'll link them down below if I remember to. Anyways, yeah, thanks for all your support. Like, comment, sub. If you got any questions, just comment down below. Peace.